Welcome to the secret features and changes in the latest Minecraft Pocket Edition / Bedrock Edition beta and previews. These features are fully active in the beta version 1.19.0.24 or in the preview version 1.19.0.25. The first thing you will notice is I have a different panoramic background. So fun fact, the developers actually introduced this in the latest beta and preview. You just can't see it because if you're in beta, you have the black and white beta backgrounds. And if you're in preview, you have that colorful preview background as well. But they did add it in the coding. I do have a resource pack which does enable it. And I'll leave a link down below in case you want to use it for yourself. Check out this for a mangrove seed spawn. It spawns you in a desert with a village with a mangrove seed. So one thing they did introduce in this week's beta / preview is mangrove parity changes. So if you type in a mangrove seed from Java Edition, it is going to work on the Bedrock version as well, and vice versa. If you type in this seed on Java Edition, it will spawn you in the same location, give you the same mangrove. The only difference will probably be the village because structures aren't necessarily on seed parity yet. The first change we have today that wasn't mentioned in the official changelog is the developers added renewable clay to the game. And this can be simply done by using mud blocks. In case you don't remember how to get them, it all starts off by using dirt. You want to tap on it with a water bottle and it will produce mud. Now, when the mud dries out, using dripstone, it will produce clay. So yes, you can make clay farms. Now, what you have to do is have the dripstone attached to a block, something like a dripstone block, even cobblestone. Even things like cobbled deep slate. I haven't tried it using a clay block, and I haven't tried it using a regular mud block. So we're going to do a couple of tests here to see how this works compared to the Java version. Now, once you have your mud block, all you're going to do is place it on top. Now, this can take a little bit of time, but for this instance, this one being cobbled deep slate, it happened pretty much instantly. So what we're going to do here is we are going to change the ticking rate. I just noticed another one changed there. If we go to the bottom here and change the ticking rate to, let's say, 100, go back, you'll notice that these, every single one of them, has now turned into a clay block. And you can break them down, and you can place the mud back down, and eventually it will turn into clay. Obviously, with ticking speed increased, it's going to happen near enough instantly. In real time, it will take a little bit of time. Another change they forgot to mention is that wandering traders will now trade Propagules for 5 emeralds. So the wandering trader has also had a loot upgrade. Now, I've actually learned something about the wandering trader on Bedrock Edition. On Java Edition, if you have the spawn egg and spawn it, it will just spawn the wandering trader. You won't get the llamas. Did we get lucky first time? We did not. Let's find a wandering trader with the Propagules. Here we go. We finally found one that is willing to trade Propagules. Now, this is really helpful because for those who have a world that's done tons of exploring, in the future, if you want to get Propagules, all you gotta do is find one of these, and then you could probably create your own mangrove swamp biome. So remember, in the future, the wandering trader will trade Propagules. Here's a pretty cool change. Tropical fish now spawn in mangrove swamp biomes. So you can actually find the pretty colorful tropical fish in another location. At the same time, I'm going to show you another one, and that is mangrove swamp water is now cyan instead of swamp green. Okay, let me go and show you these changes. Check out what I just found. I have just found a villager just chilling in this house, which is in the mangrove swamp. Where's he gone? There he is, just chilling on his stone cutter. I love this. Trying to find new structures in this biome is going to be pretty cool. All right, let's make our way through this new... Hey, here's another one. These guys are really enjoying themselves, aren't they? I mean, he couldn't get out, so I can help him out a little bit. He's even got a farm in here. Yo, now that's really, really awesome. Doesn't want to be bothered by anyone, so he's hiding underneath these big mangrove trees. Now, remember a few things I mentioned to you is that you can get the moss carpets that will now generate on these trees. And also, if you create a tree yourself, they will generate as well as the propagules. You will also find bees on occasion. And straight away, without any problems at all, we found ourselves some tropical fish. So I like the fact that they are going to generate in a different location other than the coral reefs and the water. Whoa, that was glitchy. Oh, that's very, very glitchy. I'm swimming, but I'm swimming into mud blocks. Are they like invisible mud blocks there? Surely not. No, that was just really weird. Anyway, it's just good to have this. Also, along with that, you have the different colored water. It's no longer going to be the same as the swamp water. And also, mud blocks now generate until the player reaches stone. So it's going to be another great way to get yourself mud blocks rather than doing it yourself. So huge fan of the changes. The other parity change we have with these is they're a lot more denser, thicker, and the trees are a lot closer to each other. Although I have just seen this floating right here. And the taller mangrove trees are a lot more common rather than the smaller ones. What an absolutely brilliant biome. We even found ourselves some more tropical fish. Looks like the biome generation, though, still not perfect, but it's getting there. Good news. Using bone meal on mangrove propagules now produces the mangrove wood instead of placeholder oak wood. But it is still slightly buggy. So last week, if you had propagules and you bone mealed them, they would produce most of the mangrove related things, but it would be using oak log, which was a placeholder. Now it will actually produce the mangrove log. Let me go and show you. Now remember, the mangrove propagule is basically a sapling. However, it's different from any other tree sapling because you can grow it in water. So if we bone meal this, it's produced a small tree, but you will notice here that it doesn't have, oh it does, it had one there. Okay, there's an example there. Mangrove log was actually produced rather than the oak variation. And with this one, we actually managed to get ourselves some moss carpet. But for some instances, you can actually generate these trees currently, and it has no logs inside them at all. Let's see if this is one of them. So, yeah, still, oh, this one does have them, but only one log. Like, this whole thing is held up by one log. Now, developers have said that this is a bug. For anyone curious about it, it is a bug. It will get fixed. But I love the fact that these are huge and small trees as well. I love this. So, yeah, definitely going to be one of my most favorite ones. That's kind of weird there. See that? Completely flat there. But it's great. Can you place them on here? No, you can't. So, you are got... Wait, mud. Does it work on mud blocks? So, it works on grass, dirt. Doesn't work on sand. But it should work on this. Right? It does work on this. But yeah, currently, it will produce the mangrove log. No longer produces the oak log. But sometimes it produces no logs at all. This enchantment is that sneaky. The developers forgot to announce it in the changelog. But Swift Sneak was added to the game, and it can already generate in the ancient cities. So we're going to test this. Now, this is a new enchantment that comes in Swift Sneak 1, 2, and 3. It is currently locked to your pants. So, your leggings, should we say. It's no longer going to be a boots-only one, and you can see here, when we have it on and we're crouched, we can maneuver very, very fast. So they added it, and apparently it's available in loot chests in ancient cities. So let's go and test that. Honestly, this is one of my favorite things being added to the game. I'm so excited to see this officially introduced in the future. Anyway, according to the developers, you can find Swift Sneak in chests. So let's see. Yeah, this chest here. Let's try this one. This one has... It's got a potion in there. A couple of blocks. Enchanted book. Swift Sneak 2. There we go. So you can find the Swift Sneak enchantment, enchanted book already. But you cannot find the Echo Shards, which is a thing that they announced in the most recent changelog. But they didn't add them to the loot tables yet. So these loot tables are not finished. And from my experimenting on Bedrock Edition, I really don't see any god apples down here, which was going to be one of the main reasons I would come here, especially for fighting the Wither on hard difficulty. Yeah, we got another one over here. We have nothing in that one, nothing in that one. All right, let's go and see if we can find another one. Let's try this one. One more chest. Nope, nothing in that one, nothing there. This one really didn't produce too many chests. Let's try this last one here. We have... That's a pretty good book, though, not gonna lie. But anyway, Swift Sneak, yes, confirmed. You can find it in Ancient Cities already. And great news, the Allay now has 10 health points instead of 8. This is a Minecraft Java parity. They did tell us that they did do some changes with the Allay, but they did not talk about this one. So if you were to hit your Allay by mistake when you're trying to save it from those pesky mansions, then don't worry, because it will regen health and it does have a health point of 10 now. Other than that, in case you missed it previously, / game mode 6 will put you into spectator mode. It was announced by developers that they are not removing it from the game, but they are going to put it behind the experimental. And believe it or not, no word of a lie, I had no idea that this was below in this seed. I'll try and leave the seed in the description in case anyone's interested, if I remember, or just ask me in the comment section and I can give it to you. But yeah, Lush Cave, along with the actual stronghold. I feel like I've seen this seed before, but now it produces a mangrove. Anyway, the update is getting bigger and better. They're the secret features for this week's beta. I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.